Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode where we're doing a bit of a crossover. This is part of the Business Building Book Club, but we're not a podcast today. No, we need the visuals because today I'm going to walk through building a lead funnel with you guys.
What is it that you need to do in order to stand out in your field?
Of any business or background.
If you're looking to start an online business,
you needed one thing.
This is where you start, guys.
.com secrets.
.com secrets.
It's .com secrets.
.com secrets is the book.
USA Today bestseller.
By Russell Brunson.
By Russell Brunson.
Creator of ClickFunnels.
This guy knows his stuff. This book is flat out amazing.
If you're new to online marketing or you need a refresher,
you're going to want to pick this book up.
It will change the way that you think about your business.
You need to own this book.
It will teach you how to create your offers.
Building your own email list.
I'm interested.
This book literally tells you how to go to a competitor, steal their traffic, and use it for your own.
Wow.
How to put together a funnel.
What your niche?
Now that makes sense to me.
There's just so much information.
It's actually a free book.
This is a really, really powerful book.
This book, .com secrets by Russell Brunson.
This is a must-have.
You need to own it.
So you can amplify and transform your life and your business today.
Available now at leadershipmade.com/DCS. Hey everyone, I'm Coach Molly from Three Pines Leadership, and this is another episode of the Business Building Book Club and your step in the right direction if you want to take over the world with an online business. Or if you just want to turn your business from a brick and mortar, person-to-person kind of business into an enterprise online. This is part of the Business Building Book Club, but we're not a podcast today. No, we need the visuals because today I'm going to walk through building a lead funnel with you guys. It gives you a little bit of a better picture when you see what I'm talking about than if I were just to explain it. Because honestly, you're going to look at this and you're going to say, but Molly, you told me that websites are dead. Why does this look like a website? That's the difference. So I'm going to show you the flow, the breakdown, what a lead funnel is, how to build one, and how simple they are to build. If you know me, I'm all about the least complicated ways to do things possible. So jump on into my ClickFunnels account with me and let's build out our lead. Before I actually jump into my ClickFunnels account, I want to give you a bit more information about what a lead funnel is in the first place. Because yeah, websites are dead. We're not building out fancy, pretty brochures with a pile of information and crossing our fingers and hoping that our customers or our potential customers are going to see something that they want and they're going to do the footwork to come back and see us. Wouldn't it be way better if we had the approach of having a customized salesperson who's going to walk each and every one of those customers through our experience? Yeah, that way you're getting better quality customers. You're starting to understand what the needs are and the desires are of your customers. And in the end, you're going to have a better relationship with them. It's a better experience overall. Why are we still building websites the same way we did in the 90s? It's time to grow up, my friends. So a lead funnel is simply a funnel designed to collect people's email addresses. There's different kinds. Some simply say you cannot pass this point until you give me your email address. While others, the kind that we're going to build today, are more of a bribe situation. We're actually going to give people something for free in exchange for their email address. And you'll see how we do that in a minute. So lead funnels are fantastic for every type of business. If you're a business that needs customers, you're going to need a lead funnel of some sort. So if you're a coach or a consultant, you can give away a free book or a free training, for example. I do a lot of ebooks and workbooks and things like that that accompany and lead into other trainings that I do. So everything's kind of stacked on top of each other, just like the value ladder. Remember, lead funnels are the very bottom of the value ladder. If I actually check out our copy of .com secrets here that you can get at leadershipmade.com/DCS, and I head on over to the section about front-end funnels, you can see that there's a diagram of the value ladder here. And at the bottom of the value ladder, you have lead funnels. Then you have unboxing funnels, which we'll get to soon, presentation funnels, and back-end funnels, or phone funnels as we like to call them. So today we're going to build that lead funnel, and you can build it alongside me. Apparently, actually. According to one of my favorite resources when it comes to funnel building, one of my favorite resources is, the Funnel Hacker Cookbook, again by Russell Brunson. You can get your copy somewhere. I'm sure you can find a copy somewhere. So in here are a whole bunch of different templates and ideas for different kinds of pages that you can build in ClickFunnels. And there's also an entire section of what they call funnel recipes. So these are how you combine the different pages into a working funnel. Everyone's funnels are going to look different. Sometimes they'll have the same flow or the same structure, but there's so much to these, it's really easy to customize them to get exactly the kind of impact you need. So every funnel is going to have a bit of a checklist you need to go through in your head before you start building. So a lead funnel is 2 pages long. So you always have to think of how many pages do you need to build. So 2 pages. I'll show you. A lead funnel is 2 pages long. You have the opt-in page where they're giving you your email address. They press a button and then it takes you to the second page, which is a thank you page. What you do on this thank you page we'll talk about when we get to the build. There's some different things you can do. So you think about how many pages. You think about how many products, and in this case, it's a lead funnel, so we're not actually selling anything. We don't have a shopping cart attached to this or a payment processor. So there actually are no products we have to worry about. Fantastic. We'll get to that another week. You also need to think about how many email lists you need. So in this case, we're just getting people onto one simple list. We're not asking them any questions, nothing like that. We just want them onto one list. So we're building one list. And then the last thing you need to think about are how many follow-up funnels. So those are the automated email sequences that will go out when someone joins your list. So in this case, we have one list and we have one follow-up funnel. And in that follow-up funnel, we have to do something very important. We have to deliver the free product that they've signed up for. The second thing we can do is we can capitalize on the fact that they're now engaged in our world. And we do this, we're not going to talk too much about this in this episode, but we will get into it very soon. We're going to put them into what we call a soap opera sequence. So what I'm going to show you today is simply laying out that first email where we're going to deliver the content. After that, there's so much more we can do with them. We'll pile them into a soap opera sequence, and once they get to the end of that, we'll slide them on over into our Seinfeld sequence. I know, we watch a lot of TV here. All right, so I'm going to stop jabbering on right now about lead funnels, and let's actually jump into your ClickFunnels account. So you're going to jump on to the first main dashboard page, and you're going to click the pretty button that says Build a Funnel, and I will see you once you click that. Welcome everyone to the inside of my ClickFunnels account. So in here, I've clicked the Build a Funnel button, and I get this dialog box here. So our goal with a lead funnel is to collect emails. So we're actually going to do this one today. Usually I build everything by creating a custom funnel here at the bottom, but just to show you how easy it is so that there's no barriers so you can get started today and start gathering emails, is to click this choose button. Now for those of you who haven't already signed up for ClickFunnels, you can. And you can get a 14-day trial, so you can follow along with me and build these funnels out as well with no cost to you. Think about it. Links are in the description. So I'm going to click this choose emails button. Now I'm being asked here to write in the name of my funnel. These are all things that you can change. So let's just call it the opt-in. Let's call it the awesome opt-in. Yeah. Let's use a group tag like demo. And now we're going to click Build Funnel. So these group tags are how you keep your funnels organized. And they are wonderful when you start having hundreds and hundreds of funnels like I do. So Build Funnel. Click, click. Now it's working its magic. And now you can see on the side here, I'll just explain what this page looks like. So at the very top here, you have awesome opt-in. So that's the name of your funnel. Down here on the gray part, you actually have all of the steps of your funnel. So as I said before, there's only 2 steps in this one. There's an opt-in page and a thank you page. You also have the ability to add more steps of all different kinds of things if you want them to be nice and complicated. Across the very top here, you have copying the URL of your funnel to your clipboard. You can share it or visit it, etc., etc. Up here, you have statistics about your opt-in page. So you can see here how many people visited your page, how many people actually gave you their emails, and it's broken into really easy to understand and easy to follow statistics and analytics. So if you're someone who's really into those kinds of numbers, this is the place for you. You can also click on contacts up here, which will give you a list of all of the contacts who have registered through this funnel. And you can also change how often, or show contacts who have signed up within whatever time period. And you can also filter by funnel steps. And then here in settings, this is an important one to go to. So here in settings is where you can change a lot of the back-end information. And you always have to start here. So first, you can change the name of your funnel. No one's going to see this except for you. You can do your group tag, which again, no one will see except for you. It'll help you keep organized. Here under domain is what you're definitely going to need to set up. So make sure you have set up your custom domain and your custom URL to be able to have a more professional look. And that way you're not going to have ClickFunnels in your URL. So you can set that one up. I'll do it later. Really, I just have to do this and pick one. You can change your path. So say I use the domain leadershipmade.com, then there's going to be a slash and then your path. So you can add lots of weird letters and numbers at the end, which ClickFunnels also does automatically to give you a unique URL. So if you have any other pages in your account that have the same path, it'll just add some random letters and numbers so that it's unique and it's not sending people confused to different pages. Then you're going to set up your SMTP configuration, which is how you're going to send out those follow-up emails and stuff like that. You can change your favicon. I'll just click that one, which is the tiny little icon that's up in the tab of your account. And then if you're using Google Tag Manager or Facebook Pixel, those kinds of tracking codes, this is where you would be putting those in. So your head tracking code and your body tracking code. And the great thing is you have to set this up once for each funnel. So no matter how many pages you put onto this funnel, you've already set up your tracking code and that's going to carry through for all of your pages. Fabulous. Super, super convenient. And the cool thing about ClickFunnels is it allows you to design funnels in your account and then share them with other people. So they can see the back-end structure of things. And that's what this share funnel URL is all about. Don't send this to people you want their email addresses unless you're offering it as a free product. You can also, if you are selling something, so we're not doing this on a lead funnel, but you can also set up your Stripe account as your payment processor. They integrate really well with ClickFunnels. And all you have to do is save and update settings at the very bottom. Woohoo! So now let's get into actually building out the pages. So the first one we're going to do is where they give us their email address. So this is an opt-in page, it's called. And we always have to start with an opt-in page. So we're going to click here up at the top for email opt-in. Both of our pages are actually going to be under the opt-in banner today. So these are the templates we can use and we can modify them as we wish. And we're actually going to do that today because it's a lot easier than building something from scratch, but I'll show you how to build it from scratch in another week. So let's pick one that we like. I don't want to give out a video. Let's do this one. We're going to select the template. It's going to load into our account. And as you can see here, you can actually do split testing of all of your pages and all of your funnel steps in ClickFunnels, which is absolutely fantastic. Split testing means you're going to design 2 pages. They're going to have the exact same text on them, for example. The only thing, you're only going to change one thing in each of them. So let's say the picture's different, or let's say we have a red page and a blue page. Let's use that. The first person who visits your site is going to see the red page. The second person who visits is going to see the blue page. And we're going to go back and forth. And then you'll be able to actually see those 2 sets of statistics. And you'll be able to figure out which one do you want to, which page design is not working as well. Get rid of it. And now you've been able to optimize your page in that respect. And you just keep testing, keep testing, keep testing. But we're not worrying about that one today. So we're going to go in and actually edit this page now, and I'll show you how that works. So we're going to click the yellow Edit Page button. It's going to load the editor, and this is the easy to follow editor. This is a little bit complicated in terms of what you're seeing, because you can see that there are boxes here that say desktop only. You can optimize your pages on the same build, on the same edit of a page. You can build a separate design for mobile and a separate design for desktop. Fabulous. You can change elements. Certain elements can only be available, or you might only want available on your mobile, whereas others you want a larger kind of experience, so you can add more stuff for your desktop, for example. It's also great for changing the size of your graphics. So this is a very simple lead funnel. So what you can do is change around all of your graphics. You can change around all of your colors and stuff like that. So let's change these things to my colors. It's definitely not my aesthetic at all. So I'm going to highlight the text. I should explain one more thing. There's 3 different levels to the designer here. We see that there's these orange boxes, so that means it's a particular element, like this text I'm trying to work on. You can also see that there's blue boxes. Those are rows, and you can figure out how many columns you want for each row. And then you'll also see these green sections, and those are called sections. So it's really just a design mentality. It's really, really easy to follow. But once you understand those 3 design levels, working and tweaking and editing stuff in here are real easy. So I'm going to highlight the orange box where this text is. I'm going to click on settings, and I'm going to go into text color here and change things around. So I'm going to change it to the lighter version of my usual color. If you're into using hex colors, you can do that as well down here. You can use the sliders to find your colors, etc. So that changed the text up there. All right, let's actually scrap this. Let's leave. So say you don't like that page, that's okay. We can just get rid of it, and we can add a new step. So let's go better opt-in page. Do, 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 do. So I'm going to click and drag that to the beginning of my sequence, and I'm going to delete the previous one. It's that simple. Let's do this from scratch. That would be way, way better. Oops. All right, I use this one a lot. All right, much simpler. And what we're actually going to do is delete absolutely everything. And we're going to start from scratch. Bam, blank page. Love it. So now what I want to do is I definitely need people's email addresses. So I'm going to add a section. Let's start with a full width section here. We're going to add a row. Let's do 1 column row right now, and we're going to add in a headline. So we'll put in a headline there. Next, underneath that section, we're going to add a new section where we're going to have a wide section with 2 columns. In one of those columns, we'll have an image, and the other side, we're going to build a form where people can actually give me their email address. So we're going to put in an input box, and underneath that, we just press the plus sign, add new element. We're going to add another input box, and then underneath that, we're going to add a button. Fabulous. Now, underneath this, let's do a new section. I have some of my sections are saved so that I can just click and all of my information is there. So I can show you how to do that if you are curious. It saves all of your links, etc., etc. So in this image here, you can pop in something from your account. So let's see if I have something. Let's do this one. Voila, they can get a copy of the freedom formula, I guess. I should actually explain what this is. So let's add a little bit of text here. And let's move it up above here. Awesome. Now I definitely want a little bit more space in between where this input box is and where this paragraph is. So I'm going to go into settings. And I'm going to go to top margin. So this is on every element. And top margin is the amount of space above an element. And the amount of padding is the amount of space below an element. So we're just going to maybe go 40. Voila. Looks a little bit better now. Now we don't need 2 email addresses, but we need to edit each of them. So input type, we're going to say is a full name. So that way, when people submit this information, it's going to be tagged, that line of information will be tagged as being their full name. But we also need to write in the text here. So your full name here. Now we'll click on the second one, and we will set that as an email address. Your email address here, it is required. Every form requires an email address. That's how we organize information. Now we'll go to our button. We'll change the color. You can change the text on it. Next step, if you want. And you can add subtext. So we can say, get your copy now. Cool. So voila, let's actually change this a little bit. So advanced. So in themes, there's all different pretty pre-designed buttons you can do. You can do that. But then you have to go back and change your color again. And then I want to change the top margin a little bit. And in advanced, you can also click here, the top one, button width. So fluid means it's going to change with how much text is in it. Full width is going to be the full width of that column of your row. So let's do that. It's a little bit bolder. And that looks pretty good. So now we have this red warning label on the bottom of our button. So we have to click on that. And this is warning, button action not set. So we have to go up here to edit action, set action. All right, these are the different things you can do with a button. You can submit an order form and it goes to the next step. You can click a button and it will open up the pop-up. You can have a Facebook opt-in. You can send them directly to another web page. You can go to the next step in the funnel, etc., etc. So we're going to submit the form as our button there. All right, so now you always have to press save. So press save. Fabulous. So that's pretty much it for this side. We have to get both of our pages done. Then we'll have to build out our email list and our follow-up funnel. So let's exit. We'll head over to the thank you page. Oh, the internet is slow today. Okay, so a thank you page. Let's use one that is a nice simple template. Like this. All right, so we're going to edit this thank you page. So thank you pages can be used as simply as this one is here, which is just thank you, you're on the list, click to download. Or you can do what we call an offer wall. So because your audience is already interested in what you have to offer, why not use this page to show them other products or other services that you offer? So you can add that information onto your thank you pages as well if you're interested. So let's go through and change some of this stuff. So I'm going to change this out. I don't have any of my logos Oh, actually, let's do this. Add image. Oh, that image is very small. So let's see how big it is. Let's change the background. So up here under settings, you can click background and you can change your background color. Bam, lovely. Not a fan of this yellow, so let's change that color. When I like to build funnels, what I like to do is get everything looking somewhat nice, and then you can add in other text and stuff like that. Go into your funnel design having an idea of what you want, how much space do you need to write stuff, or what kind of page are you actually designing, what's the function of it, and then go ahead, make it look pretty, and then throw in all of your stuff afterwards. So that's a weird color. Let's change all of this to my color, although I'm starting to fall in love with that darker color. There we go. And again, oh, that's too light. All right, looks way better. So they're not on the wait list. They're just on the list. Let's change the color of this button because it could be fluorescent. No, let's do like something closer to that. Nice. All right, let's get rid of this because I don't need it, and I have my own. Voila. Actually delete that if I want to. Perfect. Very simple, very simple. So now we would do this. Set action, and you're actually, I need this on another page. So I'm going into my Google Drive account and getting a link for whatever my opt-in is. Get shareable link. Copy. All right, so I head on over to go to URL, and I paste in the URL there. Voila. Save. Perfect. Lovely. So you can change all of your text and whatnot. You can save it. And then let's go and test the whole thing after I realize that I put in a different actual download thing than the picture I used here. So let's try and find a picture of what we're actually doing, which is this one. Is that the best of this? Perfect. Bam. Save. So this headline's ugly, so let's try and fiddle with that a little bit. So we can change our top margin, our fonts, all of that kind of fun stuff as well. So we can do that, for example. Bam. Now let's actually walk through these. So we'll press preview. This is what our funnel page will actually look like. Let's test it with this address. We click next step, and it takes us directly to that thank you page. It's that easy. It's that easy. So that's basically how you design the structure of it. Now let's look at email lists. So you head on over here to follow-up funnels on your top navigation bar, I guess that is. And you're going to click on email lists, and then you're going to add new. So from here, your new email list, you're going to give it a name. So we'll call it a demo opt-in. Group tag is demo. And don't click smart list. If you don't know what it is, don't click it. And then create new list. That's it. That's all you have to do for that. From there, you can also press this button, create follow-up funnel. Name your follow-up funnel. It's going to be demo follow-up. Group tag, demo. All contacts on an existing list, which is going to be our demo opt-in list. Create your follow-up funnel. Step name. So this is something that only you're going to see. Demo step name. And there's so many different things you can do in a follow-up funnel. Here are some of the third-party apps that you can connect to. So say you're using Zoom for your webinars, or you're using the new Webinar Fuel system. You can connect directly to those. Maybe you use Zendesk for your customer service stuff. You can connect to that. MailChimp, if you use that service to manage your email lists and your emails and stuff like that. So many different options there. But up here are my two favorites. So ClickFunnels Internal means you can use that to help move someone from one list to another, or to add a tag, or email them, or to create a notification for them, or to unsubscribe them. The next one is the one I use most commonly, which is Email Messenger. So this is where you can actually start designing the emails to send over to your customers. So click on that one. And here you're going to have to select your email that you're sending it from. You're going to select the name that you're sending it from. And then here you can create rules and filters. So say you have a list of 100 people. Easy numbers here. Say you have a list of 100 people, but only 5 of them have engaged in the last month. Those are the customers you want to contact. They're the ones who are most likely to open your emails and most likely to engage with your content. So I like to keep that at 31, but depends on what the message is that I'm sending. I might want to adjust that. But for someone who is getting this email we're creating, which is delivering the content that they wanted to download, what I'm going to do is keep that at 31, because they should have just given me their email. They should have just engaged with me moments ago. So it doesn't matter if it's 1 day or 31 days. And then next. In here is where you're actually going to start designing your email. So write your subject line. Subject. I can spell. Subject line goes here. Don't forget a pre-header. Okay, so here's my tip for writing pre-headers. I don't use a lot of, or I try not to use punctuation. And that's because it totally changes the characters in some people's emails. So it ends up looking like very unreadable for some people. So I just do that. Plus, if they don't like my grammar, they're more likely to reply telling me how much they hate my grammar, which is actually beneficial to my email sending rates. Because it says to the, like, say I send it to someone's Gmail, it says to Gmail, they're interested in you. You're not spam, because they're willing to reply. Google doesn't care what they're actually saying to you. So here you can see that there's more system-generated templates that you can use. These are the actual templates that Russell and his team uses to send out stuff from ClickFunnels, from Affiliate Bootcamp, from Funnel Scripts, etc. You can also select and create your own emails as well. So let's just use this simple one here, just as an idea. And then this is where you can save it as a template, and you can edit it. So you can change up all of your graphics, all of your information, etc. And this is where you're going to want to write something about delivering the content that you're sending out to people. So you can add in a little button with the link to your download, or you can send them back to that page where the download is available. And once you're done, you just press save and close, and then next. Here is where you can schedule this. So we have two different kinds of emails that we can send out. We have broadcast emails, which mean they're being sent out on a specific date. And then we have follow-up funnels, which are automated email sequences once people reach your funnel. So, for example, if I send out an email right now that I need to say, hey, I need everyone to celebrate the fact that it's Friday, yay, I'm going to send that out as a broadcast because I can manage what day it's being sent on. Whereas a follow-up funnel is more like, you signed up for my list 2 days ago. You signed up for my list 3 days ago. So that's follow-up funnels are relative to when people sign up. And that's what we're working on right now. So this here is when it asks us when to trigger the action, is how many days or hours after they sign up for the funnel is this email going to send out. So we're going to actually send this out 0 hours after they sign up. So immediately after they sign up, they're going to get this email we just designed. You can also make send windows. I don't like to use those, but say you don't want to send emails overnight, you can also put that in place. And then review for sending. So you can check out all of the information you've put in place. And then down here, if we actually had people in our funnel, had contacts in our funnel, this breakdown here in red will give us numbers, and they'll actually show you how many people are at what stage in your funnel and how many are going to be receiving this email. And then you would just say, make live. This is a warning because I'm not connected to an actual to a list that has any people. This is just telling you that no one's actually going to receive this. Bam. And that's it. So then you end up with this lovely page. So when your funnel, when your follow-up funnel sends and the emails send, you can actually track how many were sent, how many failed. You can track how many were opened and how many were not. How many actually clicked on the links within your email, and how many ended up unsubscribing at each step. So you can follow those and optimize for all of that information. If this was a sales page, you'd also be able to gather information on who was buying what at what stage, how much revenue have you gotten from different stages in the funnel as well as how much money have you made on each of the emails. That's a whole nother world when you start sending out those kinds of offers and emails and stuff like that. And again, you can filter depending on how many days you'd like the information for. And say you'd like to turn off that email and you no longer want that email in your follow-up funnel to send, you simply click this button up here from live to pause, and it will give you a confirmation to pause. So now no one will see this. So that is simply how you create a email list and a follow-up funnel. So now let's go back into the funnel we just created and connect it to this email list. So we'll go up to funnels. We'll find our funnel up here. And voila, there it is. So we'll go to edit page again. And this is it. This is how simple it is. You go to settings, you go to integrations. Integration, select integration, click funnels internal. Action, add to list. Select the list. It's probably the one at the bottom. That's it. That's all you have to do. Save. And now those emails are going to be populated onto a single email list. And that's where you'll be able to gather all of the information. Say you wanted to add a third step in here where you wanted to know their dog's name. That's also going to show up on their contact information. So you'll be able to gather that kind of information if their dog's name is super important to you. All right, so that's That's it, my friends. That's it for this build out of our very simple lead funnel. I'm going to work on this a little bit more so that it's something I'll actually want to put out into the world. It shouldn't take you very long at all, but if you are more of a designer than you are a techie, this might take you a little bit more time because you can really do some pretty amazing things in here. And if you connect with a graphic designer who's going to work on some pretty cool images and stuff, you can turn these from looking like it's, 2001 to looking like it's 2020 or maybe even 2021. Ooh. All right, everyone. So I'm going to jump back out of the screen here and see you in a moment. Wasn't that simple? I told you, it's not hard to design these things. If you can click and drag, if you can follow a template, that's all you need. I promise. Super easy. Start with a lead funnel. This should honestly be the first step in anyone's online business. This way, you're creating a presence online and you're able to start collecting those leads. All right, everyone. So I'm Coach Molly, Three Pines Leadership. This is the Business Building Book Club and lifelong and just generally great advice for anyone who's interested in selling online, on being online, gathering leads, or making sales. It doesn't matter. ClickFunnels is there to make things a lot easier for you. A lot easier. You used to have to pay for like 10, 12 different services in order to do this, and then hope and pray that things are connected and work seamlessly. Whoa, unlike the way I can talk. All right, everyone, I'm going to head out and get some more work done on this funnel. I hope to see you soon. I'll see you in the next episode of whatever it is that comes out. Until next time, remember, I love you and be excellent to you.